Well, hello and welcome to another episode of TerraVentures. We're back into Season 2 for the very first episode. This is going to be a Day 1 episode, so all the things that I get up to on Day 1. As you can see by my inventory, I've already had to do some stuff, and that's mainly because when I tried to record a clip first, it crashed. My recording software crashed, it didn't record, and I've already died twice now, so that's not good at all. I think my items are around here somewhere, but I'm not really sure. At any rate, it's probably time for me to explain some of the things that I'm planning to get up to in this season, and that is firstly I'm going to be in a mushroom biome to start with, so instead of being in a nice plains biome, no, that's not good, instead of being in a plains biome, run, I don't want to die again. I have a feeling my stuff is actually somewhere in that area. Which sorry for that interruption. But yes, my idea for this season is oh wait, here it is. My plan for this season is to be in a mushroom biome, so it means I'm going to have to get everything except for the mushroom cows, of course. I'm going to have to get everything by hook or by crook, or by bringing it in by boat and everything like that, and it's just going to be a lot harder than normal. So I haven't yet decided how I'm going to build in there, but I'm planning not to. I'm planning not to do the huge buildings like I did in the previous season. So that's going to be a little bit different, and I really should eat, shouldn't I? I don't want to have to die again. And I should have enough food, but yeah, there we go. So these are some of my plans for the start of the season. As I said, this is the Day 1 episode, so what I'm planning to do is just to walk around, try and get some starter resources before I head over to the base and start some work. So I'm going to just keep going around, make my way back to the spawn point, because I put a crafting table there, and I should be able to make the first bed of the server and sleep night now, given that we still have one player sleeping this. So I'm going to make my way back, avoiding that witch, which was the first death of the season. Make my way back and get started on this brand new world. Man, sometimes I forget exactly how slow things are without these diamond tools. I'm just so used to having really efficient diamond tools that I forget the pain of having to start all over again with wooden tools and then iron tools. One thing that I've noticed is that one of the other server mates, which I'll put in a minute, he just spoke there, iRawVapor, he's already gotten a whole stack of iron, whereas I've struggled to get a bed. So it's just very different in our game styles, the way we start things. He obviously likes to go full ham and full what's the word? Just go for the iron first and then everything else, whereas I tend to try and get the bed first, because beds are really important, especially in a server like this where it's one player sleeping, and since I'm the only one at the bed, I probably should actually be sleeping and letting everyone stay safe, but perhaps I'll do that in a minute, as soon as I finish chopping down this tree. Well, after nearly an hour and a half of playing the game, I finally found some diamonds. You can see in my inventory I've got pretty much every other resource. I've got some iron, lots of gold, a fair amount of redstone, which is going to be really useful, and some lapis, but these are going to be my first diamonds. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a really big vein as well. I need to be very careful here. So what I think I'll do is put down some water, just to be safe, just to make sure that I don't die in picking these things up. And it looks like it's going to be a nice vein of 9. I think it must actually be 2 veins. I'm not sure if diamonds come in more than 8, but it's a nice vein nonetheless. So, and I think with that I'm going to end my mining session or caving session down here, and I'm going to make my way back up to the surface, breathe the fresh air, and reassess my plans for this Day 1 episode. And now that I've made the surface, I think it's time for me to start making my way to my permanent base for this season. So I'm going to start gathering up this stuff. I don't quite have enough room to gather everything in here, so I'm just going to take all the really important stuff and start making my way back over to my base. I did manage to make myself a second bed, so I probably will leave one at spawn for anyone who wants to sleep up. But it's just a little bit annoying. I don't have quite enough stuff for all this. I might leave behind the Lily of the Valley. I'll take the coal. The gravel's somewhat useful. I do need the trees. I probably do need the dirt. And there. So I think I can leave all that stuff. Oh, I need the crafting table as well. Never mind. And I'll start making my way over to my base, which I believe is at 2700 on the x-axis, which I'm going in the wrong direction, and it is 3000 on the y and the z-axis. So it's quite a fair distance away, and this is definitely the wrong direction. I'm going to have to go all the way around. Oh well. At any rate, I'll start travelling that way and come back if I see anything important or when I've managed to make it to my base. As I make my way to my base, I probably should explain that I am doing things a lot differently from normal. I normally like to build very close to spawn, and that's a holdover from when Minecraft Bedrock didn't actually have coordinates, or you didn't have coordinates if you didn't have a texture pack or add-on. At any rate, so it didn't have coordinates. So my brother and I, when we used to play together, we would stay very close to spawn and only venture out with torches, marking our way back. So it really limited our experience. That, and we were also playing on tablets, which also made it incredibly hard to go anywhere because the world would just load so many things. So that made it hard. So this is one of the first times I'm making my way to a different biome, and this is also the first time I'm going to be building on one of these things, a mushroom biome. It's very different to normal, so I really hope that I can do well here. My plan for this season is really to terraform this entire thing into a grass wonderland. So partly because the grass texture on a mushroom biome is actually very vibrant. All the textures on these things are very vibrant, and they really make a lot of good colors. I also intended to make myself a nice storage cave, which would house all the things that I had in my old base. So the farms, the iron farms possibly are going to take up a bit of space. I'm going to have to research on how to build one of those, because the villagers have all changed. What else? So this thing down here is actually quite a nice cave, but this is going to be my new base for the season, the Mushroom Island. So one of the benefits of this is that nothing other than these little guys, the mushrooms, will spawn here, so that makes it nice and easy. I also might do another harbour, so this is actually quite a nice natural harbour here for me to do things, and I might do a couple of jetties out in this direction, but that's a future problem. So I'm going to get myself set up with some more chests and some more thingamabobs that I need to start with, and then I can get started on making this into a nice home. One of the slightly annoying things I've now discovered is that even though when you dig up one of these things, one of the mycelium blocks, and put the dirt in, and can I get the sapling? Yes, I can. And place a sapling, the mycelium grows back faster than the tree will grow. So that is the ever so slightly annoying thing about this design, about this island. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to grow these things without the mycelium growing back. So that's one of the reasons why I need to completely rip up this island and replace everything with, or not everything, with dirt. This is a rather large island, so I think I can get away with a little bit of leaving a little bit, like that island over there with the mycelium. At any rate, I'm going to turn to where's... I thought I had some bones on me. This is now the annoying thing, now I need bone meal. I can't actually get it. Ah well. That can be arranged at a later date. I can probably find a nice spawning platform somewhere out here and start doing that. So one of the things I can do also in this season is build myself a proper mob farm, rather than just relying on simple ones that I built or other things like that. Just as an example, you can see exactly how vibrant the oak leaves are, and that's just on this over here. So this is going to be probably a large part of my base. Oak trees, probably not so much the birch ones, because those are a little bit dull. But I'm going to have to see how they look in relation to the grass. But already that's a really good sign in relation to the kind of base I'm trying to create here. I've now made my way back to the main island because there's a few more things I want to collect first. I first need to collect some seeds so I can start getting myself some wheat. I also want to get myself a chicken or two, preferably two, so I can actually start breeding the things. And if I can, I'm going to get myself some lava, which thankfully there's a huge pile here. So I believe there's someone whose base is around here somewhere, and they've already got a crafting table. So I'm gonna make my way there and find that crafting table if I can, because I think I'm going in the wrong direction though. Yeah, I am, which is a pity. I really get myself lost a lot of times even with coordinates, I get myself lost. It's really, really annoying. Anyway, where am I? If I just keep going into one direction, I should eventually find my way out. Just made a huge circle. That's sad. Anyway, so at any rate, I'll find some seeds. I'll start making my way to a place, and I'll start, yeah, just getting myself set up. I've got plenty of redstone back at my base, so I should be able to make myself an automatic cooker, and which would set me up for a really long time. So, unfortunately, there's been a few clips missing that I didn't accidentally record, but the main gist of it is that I've met up with WolfEdge X96. He gave me some, some string, which isn't in here, some string, some bread, some sweet berries, some potatoes, and we also found and raided a, what do you call these things?
Treasure map?
Treasure map, yes, that's the one. So I think we split the loot this way. When you look at it that way, it actually means I got a lot more stuff.
Well, I mean, I did get a heart of sea, which is rare. So
yeah, that's true. Oh, so I had to throw a snowball. So yeah, thank you for meeting up with me for that. I know it's a bit unfortunate that those clips in the middle didn't record, but
yeah.
Well, they did record. I just didn't get your audio. It's a bit. Well, and then again, I probably did get your audio, but I probably could. But it's a bit of an effort to soup it up. So, well, we live and learn. Now, you kept saying you kept finding villages. I want in.
I'm sorry, it's cutting off.
Yeah, you said you kept finding villages. I want in.
Did that zombie just take my boat? Did you just really take my boat away from me?
I think he might have. Ah, no.
Oh. Both boats is yours back.
Excellent. Anyway, so I'm going to get this pumpkins, and then I can probably start making my way back to my base with a whole truckload of stuff.
I'm not gonna have room for when I go back to my base.
Yeah.
I need to make
This is the problem I find that kind of problem with when I go raiding as well. I start with a half-full inventory, and then don't have the room. Well, look, there's a polar bear.
Okay.
Well, yes, so thank you very much for all that stuff. I hope we can meet up again eventually soon, and I can see your wondrous space that's going to come about.
What?
I hope I can see your base that is going to come about eventually.
Sorry, wait. Hope so.
Hmm? Well, I'm starting to make my way back to my base, so see ya. And now that I'm back at my base, I think I'm going to end the episode there. This is just a day 1 episode, so it's a little bit shorter than normal. As you can see, I've managed to make it to my base. I've got my whole stack of stuff, some diamond armor, some iron, pocket full of stuff, other things. That's just one chest. The other chest is in here. There's quite a bit of stuff in there. 2 campfires, a smoker, some sweetberry bushes, and a nice base to start things off with, and a couple of chickens. So, and a connection to the nether, although this I'm going to have to fix up in the future because this actually leads back to spawn, which I'm not really sure why, but I'm going to have to start making a nether portal in the, well, the nether side of this portal with the approximate location of where this should be, so whatever the coordinates are in the top left corner divided by 8, which would be about 300? No. Yeah, 300 and about the same in the x-axis. So about 300, I think, a little bit less than 300, and about, what's that, 26, 27, 28, 27 divided by 8, 20, my math is failing me at the moment, but yes, those coordinates. So, I hope you enjoyed this day 1 episode. It's the first time I've done one, because the other one was just a massively bigger episode. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep watching out for the next one. Goodbye!